Warning. Strong signal detected second time yesterday and today. Strong system development possible. Be very careful there. Warning. Strong signal detected second time yesterday and today. Strong system development possible. Be very careful there. The 20th of July 2025 at 10:39 Coordinated Universal Time +2 hours. Earthquake Extreme Weather Warning Prediction Australia HCM Technology. The 16th of August 2025 1 hour 49 minutes and 24 seconds, UTC +2 o'clock. M4.9 to 20 km ENE of buoy, Australia. Distance, 283.74 kilometers.
Onshore earthquake in 50 years with magnitude 5. Queensland has recorded the largest onshore earthquake in 50 years with the magnitude 5.6 quake rattling thousands across the state. More from Abby Gearan.
Well, the town of Kilkeven, about 200 kilometres northwest of Brisbane, was the epicentre for this 5.6 magnitude earthquake. And this vision from the Kilkeven Roadhouse just behind me shows how it all played out at 9:49 this morning. That's Mella, you can see running from the cafe. Incredibly, the business was left with just one broken window, but this capturing rattling roofs, doors and even backyard pools, with animals sent scattering in what's now being labelled our largest onshore quake in 50 years. There are no reports of major damage, but more than 13,000 properties were left without power as sensors automatically shut down parts of the grid due to the shaking. And while
why do 90% of scientists
The 7th of July 2024 shocking discovery: weather patterns are holographic and cymatic.
Why do 90% of scientists overlook the groundbreaking discovery that could reshape our understanding of climate? Welcome to the future of climate prediction. Groundbreaking evidence has emerged showing that our weather and climate are controlled by holographic technology. Yes, you heard that right. This discovery reveals that nature itself follows programmable patterns akin to a holographic projection. Think cymatics, like how sand arranges into intricate patterns on a vibrating plate. Now imagine that on a global scale. By decoding these vibrational patterns, we can predict and potentially control earthquakes, hurricanes, and even droughts. It's like having the ultimate weather remote control. This technology, developed by Marek Krapa, is more than just science fiction. It's a reality backed by documented predictions and results. From earthquake forecasts to climate engineering, the possibilities are endless. Join the revolution. Embrace the future where nature's secrets are unveiled through the lens of holographic projections. Ready to change the world? All rights reserved. Copyright Marek Krapa.
Warning. Very strong signal detected. Be careful there. 60% chances for a strong flash flood, 40% chances for an earthquake. Urgent call for collaboration, human rights and global safety at risk. Attention, global leaders, scientists and responsible organizations. The source code governing the world's most critical natural catastrophic phenomena has been discovered by Marek Krapa through the innovative Holographic Climate Model, HCM, copyright. What has been uncovered? The Holographic Climate Model has identified the underlying patterns and mechanisms responsible for global climate and weather systems, earthquakes, extreme weather events, flash floods, all major natural catastrophes. Why is this urgent? The ability to predict and potentially influence these events is now within reach. While this breakthrough offers unprecedented opportunities for early warning systems and disaster prevention, it also presents significant risks if misused. Human rights and global safety are at stake. What is needed now? Do not turn away. Collaboration is essential. Official validation and responsible oversight are required. Trusted, transparent partnerships with governments and international organizations are critical to ensure these tools are used for the benefit of humanity and not weaponized. The Holographic Climate Model has already demonstrated remarkable success. Accurate predictions of over 610 earthquakes and more than 130 extreme weather events, including the Spain Valencia flash flood, with warnings issued up to 18 hours before official alerts. including the Spain Valencia flash flood, with warnings issued up to 18 hours before official alerts. Proof that meteorological data can be used to predict earthquakes and extreme weather. Connecting previously unrelated natural catastrophes. The world must act now to ensure these discoveries are used for peace, safety, and the protection of human rights. Please collaborate. Do not escape this responsibility. The future of global safety depends on our collective action. For more information and to join this critical initiative, contact Marek Krapper or visit the official Holographic Climate Model resources. LinkedIn plus YouTube equals open source data for documentation of the predicted catastrophe events by the Holographic Climate Model copyright invention. This is a call for the responsible and entrust collaboration for human rights. The time to act is now. Methods are available. They are dangerous to be published because of the potential against safety misuse. We need to collaborate in trust. There is no such NDA framework existing up to now. Why? The humanity is unprepared and watching and judging. We have nothing to judge. We and everyone need to follow safety rules first place. Please take this into account when judging too early and without a deep understanding of catastrophe mechanisms that you might be doing consciously or unconsciously. Databases results. Extreme weather, https://lnkd.in/d-mn3gcf earthquakes, https://lnkd.in/Divisky9j9 greetings, Marek Krapper, inventor of the holographic climate model technology, *HCMT*. Discovery, invention, methodology, technology, IP, artifacts, all rights reserved, copyright Marek Krapper. Future Catastrophe is like a terrorist organization. Working against natural catastrophes and predicting them is like working against a Mother Nature spontaneous chaotic terrorism organization. It has no clear plan of action, no consulting agency, does not consult with people or governments before acting, does not ask for permission or paperwork, and when it strikes, it can take billions of USD in seconds and claim many lives. With natural catastrophes, negotiations aren't possible, unlike situations where negotiation is still possible, for example, with Putin. Yet people, universities, authorities, international organizations, and the market do not appreciate these efforts at all and refuse to find a suitable NDA framework to collaborate or validate my climate models. The KGB and CIA have their own NDA frameworks against terrorism and can function like human-oriented organizations for safety or, sometimes, for war and manipulation. Yet the realities and physics of natural catastrophes have no security framework in politics, even though this is one of the most fundamental safety issues and threats to the system, economically, societally, and militarily. It seems like things are slowly heading in the direction of extremism, with governments acting slowly unconscious against the people and against safety. Especially when I request collaboration and they refuse. This shouldn't be the case in a civilized, peaceful, and safe world. No government wants to be regarded as acting against its own people or compared to terrorist organizations that endanger their citizens. It is a fundamental legal and ethical obligation for governments and institutions to use the best available tools and technologies to ensure public safety. For example, the Swiss Labour Act, ARG, and similar regulations in other countries require employers to provide the highest quality tools and measures for the safety and protection of workers. This principle similarly applies to governments and public bodies. They must adopt and implement proven, advanced systems whenever possible to safeguard their populations. Failing to use the best available solutions knowingly, especially especially when lives are at risk, may not only violate ethical principles but could also be interpreted as a breach of legal duty and public trust. We must avoid such a scenario at any cost to human life. Governments and institutions must act decisively and responsibly, prioritizing safety above bureaucracy and institutional inertia. Mutual collaboration for safety and trust is strongly needed and is mandatory, not optionally, for human rights and basic human rights safety in climate catastrophes technologies. Paradoxical true. There is probably nothing more urgent and important that any government should do right now. Most human-to-human actions can wait. Even war can wait, because people can wait when other people give them order. The natural catastrophe is communicating naturally and cannot wait, or postpone the time of visit, or even ask the government for permission. When the governments and international organizations would even try to tell nature to wait. It is generally a bad idea and will just result in more damage and violation of human rights and costs of damage in the future. Therefore, please treat this message with the highest safety and priority. Based on stated above, a natural catastrophe is worse than a terrorist organization because it is non-negotiable under almost any conditions and values of money and time that humans have established. As a trading norm, nature does not trade, not negotiate, and all humanity and animals are hostages of Mother Nature. All the time is just deciding whom to kill and whom not. The Holographic Climate Model HCM is enabling it to predict its moves beforehand and potentially mitigate danger before it strikes. This is a step towards global safety, governments, countries, the financial sector, insurance sector stability, and, most importantly, food sector stability, health sector stability, rescue services, and reconstruction funds stability and progress. For the future of our existence and for the future of our children and their children.
In summary,
states have a legal duty under emerging international law and established human rights law to take all necessary and appropriate measures to prevent, prepare for, and mitigate disasters, including by using the best available scientific, technical, and early warning tools for the protection of their populations. Neglecting these obligations can violate human rights, particularly the right to life. Citing these articles makes it clear that governments must actively collaborate on disaster reduction and should not refuse the integration or validation of advanced systems that could save lives and prevent catastrophe. The most strange thing is when I report this to scientists and intentional organizations, and I ask for support and collaboration on my project and discovery, plus keeping safety and limited publication. For safety in initial official validation phase, I get responses like this. 1. Answer from WMO, World Meteorological Organization. Dear Marek, the WWRP received your application for endorsement. Unfortunately, we do not cover earthquake predictions in WWRP, and there is not enough linkage to our implementation plan for us to endorse this project. Kind regards, Dr. Estelle de Koning, Chief, World Weather Research Science and Innovation Department, World Meteorological Organization, 7 bis, Avenue de la Paix, 1211 Geneva 2. Switzerland, 2. Answer from SCNAT, Swiss Academy of Sciences, SCNAT, Proclim- Forum for Climate and Global Change. Dear sharing the detailed information about your project. We kindly inform you that we do not have the resources or the capacity to support or evaluate projects or applications of this kind. Thank you for your understanding. Best regards. Patricia Ricklin, Assistant Swiss Academy of Sciences, SCNAT, Proclim-Forum for Climate and Global Change, House of Academies, Laupenstrasse 7PO. Box 3001, Bern, Switzerland. Proclim.scnat.ch, portal. Naturalsciences.ch. The SCNAT is a member of the Swiss Academies of Arts and Sciences. The holographic climate model that I discovered delivers predictions and results of catastrophes better than any other humanity-known climate model up to date. But this should be not a reason to be discriminated by the official organizations responsible for safety and validation protocols. This is very strange, and shows that these organizations might be acting against human rights and ethics, unconscious or conscious. This is to be clarified. Is this evidence for potential lobbying or mobbing and monopolistic practices in climate safety domain against human rights? We need to clarify this as soon as possible. Please support us and share these messages. We need to make them act as well. We need these organizations and specialists on board. Their participation in our program is essential. They have already established existing financing and political network systems and connections that must be urgently integrated into our modeling system for humanity's safety. Otherwise, the catastrophe and collapse of insurance, financial, political, military, and safety systems could be rapid and unexpected, just as with each catastrophe that we can predict. But they cannot. Humanity's safety is not a market. It is more essential than the existence of any single government. Therefore, by refusing collaboration and preventing the best tools from being accessible to the people for the protection of human rights, governments and organizations are effectively acting against their own populations. This is paradoxical but can become reality. We must avoid such scenarios as soon as possible. Therefore, their collaboration is not optional. It is a necessity. There is no time to waste before the next tragedy occurs. At some point, it might be too late, leading to even more paradoxes and mistrust. We must avoid this at any cost to human life. Warning. Very strong signal detected. Be careful there. 60% chances for a strong flash flood, 40% chances for an earthquake. Warning. Very strong signal detected. N2H4Z single type. Please be careful there. Warning. Very strong signal detected. N2H4Z single type. Please be careful there. The holographic climate neural networks models are ready for peaceful and responsible licensing for the governments. The source code of natural catastrophe safety has been found. The source code of humanity's safety and protection. Climate action, model, diagnose, predict, mitigate, adapt, protect, and retrospect. What holographic climate models offer is we can go back in climate and weather data and retrospect each catastrophe from the past, flash floods and earthquakes, and volcanic activity in time, and find its root cause. Source code of climate weather, earthquakes and natural catastrophes. HCM. Invest in the safe future. Solid climate models will pay off with 1000% or more profit and safety for everyone. NDA agreement is needed in the initial phase because of the safety concerns. The HCM models show how to potentially influence catastrophes. True natural catastrophe early warning system. Document offered to the governments and safety organizations and climate change related institutions and foundations. Introducing the Holographic Climate Model, HCM, with significant implications for earthquake and extreme weather prediction and emphasizing the need for confidentiality in NDAs during validation.